Let's go, let's go. What kind of mess is this?
Exactly. On such a happy day.
On our wedding day, my husband abandoned me to jump into the lake and save his childhood sweetheart.
General, something terrible happened! Miss Liu has fallen into Qingxin Lake behind the manor!
And I stood there alone.
In the wedding hall for a full 6 hours, becoming the biggest joke in the entire capital. Li Yunwei, Xiao Huai's distant cousin, and also his childhood sweetheart. She was raised in the general's manor since she was young. Frail and delicate, Xiao Huai always had a soft spot for her.
You should know better. That girl Yunwei is wicked how. She came all the way to toast you two. Xiao Huai going to save?
It's only natural.
What a disgrace!
At my own wedding, my husband left me to save another woman. I need to be understanding.
Don't put on. Your grand tutor's daughter heirs. Once you've entered the general's manor, you follow the manor's rules.
I can't fall apart. A daughter of the Shen family must never break down at a time like this.
What is going on here?
Why is Grand Tutor?
Looks like he is not here for pleasantries.
Ah!
Who is this?
Grand Tutor Shen of the Imperial Court.
You don't recognize him.
It is father. My father is here.
Grand Tutor Shen, sir, why did you personally come all the way?
Return. Yes.
Take my daughter's dowry, every single piece, and carry it all back!
Yes, sir!
You can't take those! She is already married into our family!
This is a direct slap in the face. The grand dowry procession. Sent right back where it came from. The grand tutor is declaring to the world that the Shen family's daughter is not getting married.
You can't know these! They've already bowed to heaven and earth! She is already the Xiao family's bride!
Xiao Huai, on his wedding day, abandoned his betrothed without a second thought. My Shen Jing's daughter, a pearl in the palm, not a weed to be trampled on. This marriage is off.
Miss, you've been through so much. Have some hot tea to warm yourself up. Father, I did nothing wrong. But after today, I've become the biggest joke in the entire capital.
Whoever dares, I'll make sure they never laugh again. My Shen Jing's daughter, even if she never marries, the grand tutor's estate will support and protect. No one will ever dare bully you, not even a little.
But Xiao Huai is after all the guardian general. The Xiao family, as a head of the military, holds heavy troops. By doing this today, publicly crashing the ceremony and calling off the completely burning bridges, could this cause you big trouble at court?
Military power is granted by His Majesty. It is not something the Xiao was born with. If Xiao Huai can, for the sake of a woman at a solemn wedding ceremony, abandon his lawful wife, tomorrow he can for something else. Abandon his sovereign and without a second thought.
Father, you mean His Majesty has always been wary of military commanders holding too much power?
Exactly. Someone like Xiao Huai, who can see what matters most at a critical moment. Holding heavy troops, His Majesty sits on the dragon throne. Can he rest easy?
Xiao Huai, since you, for Liu Yunwei, could tear apart 18 years of dignity I've held, then don't blame the Shen family for treating your entire general's mansion as a discarded pawn.
Miss! General Xiao is kneeling outside our gate!
Kneeling. Even Xiao Huai admits fault. I heard the old general, after learning the news, he, very bloody and battered wounds at our mansion's gate, has been kneeling. If he knew this would happen, why did he do it in the first place? Does he think this bit of physical suffering can erase the humiliation
I endured.
can soften my father's heart? Ignore him. Act like there is no one at the door.
Grand Tutor, this junior admits his mistake. I beg you.
Go. Say one thing to General Xiao.
Yes, sir. Your orders.
Wanting to marry my Shen Jing's daughter.
Not in this lifetime. Sir, someone from the palace has arrived.
Who is it?
It is Chief Eunuch Wang from the Imperial Court. His Majesty's decree requests you and General Xiao to enter the palace together for an audience.
Understood. Ask Eunuch Wang to wait a moment. I'll change and go respond.
Yes.
His Majesty summoning us at this time is about...
Today's broken engagement. It has caused a stir across the city. His Majesty must know by now. Summoning me and Xiaohua is no simple family mediation.
Father, then should I go too?
No, you're not going.
But His Majesty summoned.
The daughter of the Shen family, even after suffering such a great injustice, I didn't hang my head. There is no reason. And be judged. If anyone should go, it is Xiaohua, who should come back with a grand procession to ask for her again.
Listen to me.
Stay home and wait.
Your father's here. The sky won't fall. Your Majesty, whatever. Mistakes were made. They are all my fault. In a moment of foolishness, I wronged Zhu Ye. I only beg Your Majesty and the Grand Tutor to give me one more chance. To make amends.
Minister Shen, I know you're upset. Your daughter suffered such humiliation. Anyone would find it unbearable.
However,
Xiao Huai has, after all, rendered great military service to our dynasty. The peace of the northern border still depends heavily on him. If your two families become mortal enemies over this, it would be detrimental to the court.
Your Majesty, this old minister has only one daughter. I raised her from childhood to follow the rules. But this man, on the most important day of her life,
For the sake of another, cast her aside like. Minister Shen, I've already said.
Your Majesty speaks of the court's interest. But let me ask you this. A man who can so easily betray his vow to his own wife, how can you trust that he will keep his promises to his sovereign and his country? Today, he can abandon her for one thing.
Tomorrow, might he not for something else abandon the cities and people he is sworn to protect? Your Majesty, I never meant such a thing. I am utterly loyal.
Minister Shen, I understand what you're saying. Xiao Huai, you may withdraw for now.
Your Majesty, I admit my fault. I wish to return home and think carefully about how to earn. The Grand Tutor and Miss Shen have forgiven you.
General Xiao, please, go ahead.
Shu Yan spoke today before the emperor with very harsh words. What she said was essentially cutting off all possibility between you and Xiaohua. Do you resent me?
Father, you did the right thing. I've come to my senses. Marriage isn't a woman's only path. Since this road is blocked, then I won't take it. From now on, I only want to stay by your side and share your burdens. Miss! What is all the rush about? Have you forgotten your manners? Miss, outside! Outside, there are rumors about you everywhere. They're saying awful things. Huh?
Really?
Are they saying that I am narrow-minded and insanely jealous? Or that I rely on my father's power as Grand Tutor to do whatever I please and leave the general's mansion no face at all? Miss, you haven't even stepped foot outside the gate. How do you know all of this? Of course I know. The general's mansion suffered such a huge loss. They've lost all face and dignity. Xiaohuai's mother is famously overprotective and sharp-tongued. If they didn't pull some underhanded tricks behind our back, that would be the real surprise.
Miss, this is twisting the truth. We can't just let them ruin your reputation. We need to fight back.
Don't rush. Let them talk. The higher they jump now, and the nastier they speak, the harder they'll fall when they come crashing down, and the harder their faces will get slapped. I remember Xiaohua once casually mentioned that his dear cousin Liu Yunwei loved white porcelain the most.
Yunwei is a raw
And quiet by nature.
Her favorite thing is that warm, jade-like white porcelain.
Xiao Tao, go to the storeroom. What do you need, miss? Bring out that set of 12 flower spirit white porcelain tea set. Take it out.
Huh? What do you need that for?
That is the dowry your mother left you. I'm going to sell it?
Miss! This is something your mother left you, something you treasure dearly. How can you sell it?
It is just an object, no matter how cherished. It can't compare to a living person's reputation. Besides, I'm not just selling it casually. I'm going to host an appreciation gathering and invite every prominent lady and young miss in the capital. I want everyone to know that I, Shen, am a bit strapped for cash right now. So much so that even my has to be put up for sale. So you want everyone to know that our household broke back and lost so much of the bride that we're having trouble making ends meet. That is not all.
I want everyone
to see how desperate my situation. People always sympathize with the underdog. When someone who has been wronged and mistreated is forced to sell off her mothers just to keep up appearances, don't you think people will be more likely to believe whose version of the truth they trust? What I'm going to do isn't just to win sympathy. I'm going to use this appreciation banquet to put Liu Yunwei and the entire general's mansion right on the hot seat.
You ungrateful brat! You idiot! I told you to stay home and reflect on your mistake. And what exactly did you come up with?
Father, please calm down. I urged us wrong. I know I was wrong.
You know you were wrong. I don't think you have the slightest idea what you did wrong. You think your mistake saving that woman? No, your mistake is being a complete fool. Your mistake is not knowing the occasion, not knowing what truly matters. At a wedding ceremony, every noble in the city was present, and you, under the gaze of everything, abandoned your bride on the spot and ran off. What you lost wasn't Shen Jing's face. What you lost was all that generations bled and died for on the battlefield.
Father! When Yunwei fell into the water, she was on the brink of death. If I had hesitated even a moment, she would have died. Huh. Do you think this was just some romantic love match? Do you have any idea that your impulsiveness has brought disaster of catastrophic proportion upon our Shao family? What Shen Jing said before the emperor. Do you really think he was just venting? He was directly seizing the lifeline of every military commander.
Throughout history,
The thing a sovereign fears most is a general holding military power. An uncontrollable general.
a woman,
Even an imperial decree for marriage, the grand alliance of two families, cannot be cast aside. In His Majesty's eyes, this is defying the imperial order. This is wielding military power with arrogance. His Majesty didn't strip you of your military command on the spot, or have your head chopped off, only because he remembered our Shao family's generations of loyalty and the countless soldiers who died on the battlefield.
But
Look at you and that foolish mother of yours. What stupid things have you done?
Uncle, please don't be angry at Brother Huai. No matter whose fault it is all Yunwei's fault.
It is Yunwei's misfortune to have fallen into the at that very moment, bringing such a huge disaster upon Brother Huai.
Yunwei truly
Could die 10,000 and still not atone for it.
Yue, you're still recovering. Why did you come out?
Husband! Have you lost your mind? What are you doing? Why still have such serious wounds on him? Not only are you making him kneel, but you're beating him too! Are you trying to kill my only son?
Shut your mouth! A doting mother raises a ruins. The enormous disaster he caused today is because you've spoiled him all along.
What was wrong with him saving someone? Was he supposed to just watch? His own cousin, the one at fault, isn't Huai at all. It is that Shen Shuyan with his vicious mind and his overreaction. So what if he wrote something at the wedding hall? What is the big deal? Well, isn't she something daring to call off the engagement in public and storm back home and making that powerful minister of hers then running off to the emperor to slander, causing our Huai to suffer such humiliation?
You're simply impossible. What do you know? Typical woman's talk. You foolish woman with long hair and short brains.
Fine, I'm a typical woman. So what? Yunwei is such a lovely girl, gentle and considerate, well-educated and always thinking of others. Unlike that Shen Shuyan, spoiled and arrogant, bullying others with her connections, has no tolerance whatsoever. Huai, listen to your mother. That woman with the heart of a viper. Our general's mansion doesn't need her. Once the dust settles in a while, I'll personally arrange it with a grand bridal sedan and bring Yunwei in with full honor as your lawful wife. Mother!
Please stop! Uncle!
Auntie, I beg you both. Please don't argue over me any. Yunwei is a woman of ill fortune. All I bring to those around me is disaster. Brother Huai, You should go now and bring Sister Shuyan back. As long as you two can make up. Yu Wei. We'll leave the capital immediately and spend the rest of my days before the Buddha's lamp. Yin Wei!
What nonsense! You're so frail! If you leave the general's mansion, where would you even go? How could I ever let you?
Live a life. This has nothing to do with you.
I'm the one who failed to handle things properly. Fine.
What deep devotion?
Enough! Enough!
I'm done with it. You'll have your fare.
Go sort it out yourselves. Just don't forget, Shenjing is no pushover. And that daughter, she's even harder to handle. The seeds you sow today, in time, will surely bear fruit. Fruit you won't be able to bear.
Good child, don't be afraid. Auntie's here. No one's going to bully you. Right now, she's just putting on a show. I'd like to see a woman whose in-laws called off the engagement. How does she plan to hold her head up in the capital?
Did you hear? The young lady of the Grand Tutor's mansion is selling off her dowry. Not just the dowry, either. I heard even the rare antiques her late mother left behind. She is putting them out for sale.
Why is that?
The Grand Tutor's mansion is wealthy and powerful. How did it come to this? You haven't heard. The day the general's mansion called off the engagement, in a fit of rage, they not only sent back the lavish dowry exactly as it came, but also ordered that the betrothal gifts from the shop be returned as well. And in those betrothals, there was plenty of gold and silver, plus landies and estate papers.
Right.
After all that fuss, the Grand Tutor's mansion said that is true. But their liquid cash must be tight now.
Sigh. At the end of the day, it is Miss Shen who suffers most. A woman born to privilege, brought down by that General Shao and that Miss Liu to this day.
Miss, all those people outside are spreading nonsense. Our Grand Tutor's mansion is hardly short on money. The point is,
Let them talk. What I want is exactly this pity. Only when I stand low enough and look weak enough can I make everyone point their fingers at that lofty general's mansion. Spread the word about this list. Make sure the general's household sees it. As you command, mistress.
Auntie, you have no idea. It is all over town now.
What is it?
They say Shen Shuyan, just Bai Qi and cousin Huai returned the betrothal gifts. Now she is so strapped for cash, she can barely put food on the table. Word is, she is even selling off her dowry and her late mother's keepsakes.
Pathetic. Pathetic.
I knew she was just putting on a front. A woman who is being jilted, with no husband's family to back her up. Her father may be a grand tutor, but he'll never amount to anything. Now she knows what it feels like to be broke. Serve her right.
Auntie.
I heard this time, even the one-of-a-kind treasure her mother left her, the 12 flower spirits, white porcelain tea, is going up for sale. 12 flower spirits. That tea set! I once saw it described on Shen Shouyan's dowry list. That is a masterpiece by a legendary porcelain master from the previous dynasty. If I can have Xiaohai buy it with his own hand and present it to me, that would be the ultimate humiliation for Shen Shuyan. I must have it.
Yongwei, what is wrong? Why are you still up so late? Are you feeling unwell?
No, I'm fine, Brother Huai.
Why are your hands so cold? If something's on your mind, tell me.
It is just the rumors out there. I feel so sad for Sister Shuyan.
The rumors out there. What have you heard?
I heard Sister Shuyan is her mother's keepsakes, including a set she treasures most, the 12 Flower Gods white porcelain tea set.
Shuyan, that tea set from the previous dynasty, the 12 Flower Gods white porcelain tea set, is truly a rare treasure.
Huai, this tea set is a memento my mother left me. I will cherish it for the rest of my life.
She said she will cherish it for a lifetime.
But now, she is selling it.
Wait, I remember Brother Hua, you once said that tea set was a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Sister Shuyan must be really strapped for money to have to make such a helpless decision. It is all my fault.
If it weren't for me, she wouldn't have been reduced to selling off her keepsakes. It is all my fault.
Brother Hua, does it break your heart? Brother Hua, I Just to think, a piece like that, a one-of-a-kind masterpiece, if it falls into the hands of those cruel, ignorant merchants, it would be such a waste.
It is so beautiful. It should be treasured by someone who truly appreciates it.
Going would be asking for humiliation. If I don't go, how can I face Yu Wei? This is clearly a trap set by Shan Shuyan. A trap to make me, in front of the entire capital, make a choice all over again. I see. I'll be there on the day of the appreciation gathering.
Madam Zhang, Madam Li, please do try this freshly brewed Zhongshan Silver Needle tea.
The daughter of the Grand Tutor. She has grown so much more composed. After going through something like that, anyone else would have probably cried them to death in their chambers by. Look how thin she has gotten, and her complexion is so. It truly breaks your heart. That General Xiao must be blind to cast aside such a well-educated and virtuous wife, and instead dote on that cousin of his with no background.
That Liu Yunwei has lived in the general's mansion for over a decade, eating the Xiao family's food, and yet in the end, she ruined her wedding. That kind of ungrateful wretch. Only that foolish madam of the Xiao family treasures her.
What cousin? If you ask me, she is just a mistress kept right in the mansion. Xiao Huai at that age, young and full of fight. The two of them living side by side for over a decade. How innocent could they possibly be?
Oh, my goodness! Is this the legendary 12 flower spirit cups? Truly a rare treasure!
Such a precious item. Miss Shen, are you really willing to part with it?
My late mother often said, the beauty of fine objects lies in their journey. If I can find them a new owner who truly appreciates and cherishes them, then that would fulfill their destined path. I invited all you ladies here today, hoping to give these old treasures a new beginning.
Miss Chen, what you just said truly shows such wisdom. No wonder she is the daughter raised by the Grand Tutor. Who else could match such grace?
Oh, isn't that the truth? They saved Grand Tutor's house for this broken engagement. Even the dowry was carried all the way back. Now, it seems, they've truly reached a point of hardship. Even the ladies' keepsakes have to be taken out and sold.
What a cruel twist of fate. Such a wonderful girl. Why did she have to run into something like that?
General Xiao of the General's estate has arrived!
Oh my god! Why is he here? He actually has the nerve to show his face. He abandoned his bride on their wedding day. Absolutely shameless.
Look at him, all dejected and lost. Don't tell me he is here to beg Miss Shen for forgiveness.
Beg for forgiveness? Does he think this is some kind of joke? This is the Grand Tutor's estate. Does he really think shedding a few tears can just make everything go away?
If he knew this day would come, why did he do it in the first place? If he dares to cause trouble here today, the Grand Tutor will probably just break his legs. He should take a good look at himself. Who does he think he is?
He publicly ran off on his wedding day to save another woman. And now he comes to the Grand Tutor's estate playing the victim. Makes me sick. What brings General Xiao to our humble home? May I ask what business you have?
Shu Yan, I just wanted to...
Your servant.
Since he is a guest, there is no reason to turn him away. Go fetch General Xiao a cup of tea.
Miss, this hardly seems appropriate.
Shenbo, go ahead. Our Grand Tutor's estate runs an open door. We don't have a rule of turning guests away at the door.
Yes, miss.
General Xiao, please take a seat.
My first move
Has already landed firmly. Xiaohuan, this is only the beginning. You'd better brace yourself for this.
This painting, Travelers in Autumn Mountains, is a genuine masterpiece by the great painter of the previous dynasty. Ladies, please take a look at the brushwork. Bold and powerful. Truly, a rare work of art. Bring out that set of teacups. What a sight, sparse shadows slanting across clear water. Faint fragrance drifting in the moonlit dusk. The 12 flower spirits, indeed, an unparalleled treasure. My late mother loved plum blossoms above all. and she loved this cup the most. She often taught me that a woman should be like a plum block. Fear no harsh cold. Stand proud upon it. Only then can she emanate. This is what she left me, her most precious legacy. It is a pity that such a treasure, now that the Grand Tutor's estate has fallen on hard times, must be given a new worthy owner. This tea set comes as a full set of 12 cups and 1 teapot. We will not sell pieces separately. The starting price, 5,000 taels of silver.
Oh my god. 5,000 taels. That is the entire fortune of a mid-tier wealthy merchant. Has the Grand Tutor's estate lost its mind? That is way too expensive. Granted, it is a true masterpiece, but at this price, it is enough to make a vast majority back away in hesitation. Who can even afford that?
I want exactly this price, one that ordinary people can never reach. I want it so high that only a handful of people can bear it. Like the one who just won a great battle and received countless rewards from the Emperor, the Guardian General, Xiao Huai.
As long as I put this price out there today, my reputation as a man who dotes will be forever to the pillar of shame. I will become the biggest laughing in the entire capital. I can't buy it. Absolutely can't buy it.
Why, my dear, Ware asks for nothing. I wouldn't dare to hope for more. The position of General's wife. I only ask for that set of 12 flower goddesses as a final keepsake. I beg you, brother, why?
Since no one is bidding, then this priceless tea set I shall take back. The little peach covered box.
Hot dog! I bid 6,000 taels!
Oh my god! He actually bought it! Right in front of Miss Shen, spending 6,000 taels on her keepsakes to win over that Liu Yunwei. He is absolutely a complete madman!
General Xiao, what a generous gesture. Since the general is so sincere, then this set of 12 flower goddesses belongs to the general. Little Peach, wrap it up. Thank you, General Xiao, for your generosity. You've relieved my urgent need. I am truly grateful.
He has lost his mind! For some seductive woman, he is throwing away his family's honor! 6,000 taels.
The general's salary can't afford this kind of spending.
He has completely burned bridges with the Grand Tutor's estate.
Let's see how he survives this!
Ladies and young misses, please allow me to speak.
At today's appreciation gathering, all proceeds from the Shen family, plus destined General Xiao 6,000 taels, totaling 9,300 taels. I, Shu Yan, hereby decide to take this money, not keeping a single coin, and donate it all to the CI Hall.
Donating every last bit! That is over 9,000 taels!
This money will be used entirely for relief for those in the northern frontier battle, the families of the fallen soldiers,
to comfort the spirits of our brave
in the afterlife. The nation's soldiers fought to protect our homeland and gave their lives on the battlefield. As citizens of Great Yang, we can enjoy peace and prosperity, all because of them. Their blood staining the yellow sands. Though I, Shu Yan, am but a young woman of the inner chambers, I too wish to offer a small token of support to the families of these heroes. These 9,300 taels are my Shen family's tribute to our soldiers.
Miss Shen, this is truly too generous.
The lives of our soldiers are worth 100 times more than these pieces of paper. Please, I insist you accept it, and give it to those who truly need it.
Miss Chen, your kindness is as vast as the sea. On behalf of the widows and orphans, and the frontier soldiers, I thank you for your great generosity!
Miss Shen is truly a heroine among women. Such righteousness and is truly admirable.
People used to say she was greedy and sold out her family estate. We were blind fools. A heart with such devotion to country is not something ordinary young ladies can match.
Xiao Hai used those 6,000 taels to buy himself a reputation that can never be washed clean. And I bought myself a spotless name throughout the capital. This battle, I won decisively.
The young master, worthless box in his hands, got laughed at by the whole city today. Tell me about it. Now our general's mansion can never hold its head up again. The master is his skin can't be. I've become the general's mansion. Eternal disgrace. become all of the capitals, laughing stock on every street corner. I gave up everything. What did I do wrong?
Brother, why? You're back!
Are so beautiful, 1,000 times more than the rumors ever said.
Brother Hawaii, I knew it! The one you cherish most is me! Brother Huai, what is wrong? Is it Shen Shuyan probably deliberately made things hard?
Shen Shuyan donated the money.
What do you mean?
The 6,000 taels from selling the tea set, along with all the proceeds from the appreciation fair, totaling 9,300 taels, in front of all the capital's elite. Donated everything to the benevolence hall to support the fallen soldiers' families.
She donated all of it.
How dare she! This is nothing but a slap in my face! She used the money to buy things and turn it into a favor to win herself making fools of the both of us! Brother Huai, how could you just stand there like a wooden dummy and let her do it? You should have stepped up and stopped her!
On what authority could I stop her?
That was her property. Money she earned from selling it. Whatever she wanted to do with it. Not even the gods could interfere. Do you think the humiliation I suffered today is in front of all the capital? No, boss. Like some fool being toyed with. Played right into her hands. My dignity trampled into the dirt.
And you? All you care about is this lousy tea set. It's just your own pride and vanity.
That is not what I meant. Brother Huai, I've endured so much injustice for you. All I wanted was a gift from you. Was that so wrong? It is Chen Shuyan, who is so vicious. She is just jealous of me. Can't stand to see us happy.
One filled with lies dragged me into the mud, made me the target of the world's scorn, and the other used my money to pay her own path to earning applause from all around. Xiaohui, oh Xiaohui, what in the world were you after? A winning hand, played to utter ruin.
Young master, the old general requests your presence at the ancestral hall immediately. He has questions for you. Regarding the appreciation gala, you did exceptionally well. Retreating to advance, using their own force again. You took the silver that Xiao Huai coughed up and bought yourself a reputation for righteousness. A master stroke that pulled the rug out from under him. Not only did you humiliate him, but you also left the general's estate, unable to hold their heads high in the court of public opinion.
Daughter merely pick up a fraction of father's cunning.
Rather than passively accept others' sympathy, it is better to strike first and turn that sympathy into genuine prestige and leverage. Since Xiao Huai wanted to put on the show of defying all for his lady love, daughter simply went along with it, set the stage for him, and let him play his part to the fullest. The more lavishly he spends, the more heartless and faithless he appears.
Haha, you little girl, your mind runs deeper than your father imagined. It is just that. By publicly donating that huge sum to the benevolence hall to support the families of fallen soldiers. As clever as that move is, it also amounts to bringing the Xiao father and son to justice together.
Xiao Zhen holds great prestige in the army. Your move will make the soldiers see them in a different light. This is cutting off the Xiao family at the roots.
If Xiao Huai can put his personal feelings above the greater good of the nation, then he must bear the consequences of ruin and disgrace. The loyalty of the army and has never been maintained by past achievements. Father, haven't you always taught me that water can carry a boat, but also capsize it? I never imagined.
Oh, that's my daughter, who once followed every rule. After a betrayal, that cut to the bone would grow so resolute, so decisive and ruthless.
You've grown up. No matter what comes correct, your father will hold it up for you. Even if it means turning this entire capital up, the Shen family will always be your strongest support.
Thank you, Father.
Grand Tutor, Miss Shen. Our household carries the Emperor's oral decree and has come to deliver the edict. Mr. Shen, please receive the decree.
Your subject, Shen Shuyan, receives the decree.
By the grace of heaven, the Emperor decrees the daughter of Grand Tutor Shen Jing, Shen Shuyan, is virtuous and gentle, upholds propriety and decorum, Through family turmoil, she never lost her resolve and gave away her personal wealth. Her heart is commendable. Her deeds are worthy of honor. The emperor is deeply to honor her virtue. She is hereby titled Lady Anne Hay with a fief of 300 households. By imperial order, Lady Anne He, hurry and receive the decree and give thanks. This is an immense honor.
Your subject, Shen Shuyan, thanks the emperor for his boundless grace. Long live the emperor.
Xiaohua, with your stupidity and disgrace, you personally pushed me onto this pedestal that was never meant for me. From this day forward, between you and me, there might as well be heaven and earth.
Thank you for making the trip, eunuch Wang. Shu Yan Ye Yi, and blessed by imperial grace, the entire Shen family is deeply grateful.
You're too kind, Grand Tutor. Your daughter's calligraphy is being praised all over the imperial study. I must return to the palace to report. Please, no need to see me off.
Rise. This title of Lady Anke, you earned it yourself. From today on, no one in the entire capital will dare look down on you in the slightest.
This is only the beginning. The Shao family's retribution is still to come.
Nia, have you thought it through? Father, your son admits his mistake.
I shouldn't have acted rashly at the treasure appreciation gathering and invited public criticism.
A woman has brought a century of the Shao good name to ruin. You didn't just lose the fine marriage alliance with the Shen family. You also handed your face over for the whole world.
Your son is suddenly...
But Shen Shuyan,
She was far too heartless. She knew full well what that money would bring to the general's estate. Yet she still donated it to the benevolence hall. She was clearly getting revenge on her. General, the palace! Someone from the palace has arrived! General Xiao Huai, receive the edict.
Your servant, Xiao Zhen, humbly greets His Majesty.
By imperial decree, General Zheng Guo Xiao Huai, a young prodigy who once rendered meritorious service to the, yet of late has acted erratically and failed to uphold causing discord within his household and stirring public outrage. I have truly failed to live up to His Majesty as a warning to others. Effective immediately. Strip him of his post as deputy commander of the northern garrison, forfeit 1 year's salary, and remain under house arrest for 3 months. He is not to leave without imperial summons. Thus decreed.
I accept the decree. Long life the emperor. Long live His Majesty. 10,000 years.
Commander shall know. Wait, young master shall. His Majesty's word. You'd best to take them to heart. The military camp is for throwing temper tantrums.
The battle mirrors I earned through brushes with death. The military command I took such pride in. Gone. Just like that. My rank. My future. All destroyed.
You fool! Do you think the emperor only called your military command? What the emperor called foundation of the Shao family? Shen Ye used your money to buy herself the title of Lady Anhe, and you've become a useless man confined to his home. You threw away the century-old legacy of the Shao family for some orphan girl of unknown origins.
How could this happen? You were the guardian general of the nation. How could the emperor strip you of your rank?
Mother, I have nothing left. I can't even go back to the camp.
Xiaohuai! This is all that woman Shen Shuyan's fault. She deliberately set a trap for you. And that's Liu Yunwei too. If it weren't for her, how would you have ended up in this situation? You go right now and throw that woman out! The Shao family absolutely cannot keep that woman any longer!
My lady, this is from the imperial wardrobe, the official robe, made overnight. His Majesty specifically instructed that only the finest fabric be used. And this personal seal is also of the highest, carved from white mutton, fat jade.
Thank you for the trouble, Auntie. Please convey my gratitude to His Majesty.
Doctor! You're too kind, lady. Then I shall return to the palace to report.
This robe represents imperial authority and recognition of my status. It is something I earned on my own.
Good. Good. A daughter of Shen Jing should carry herself with such grace. Yar, you must remember, though the rank of lady is not the highest, with a fief and a title, it means you have entered the imperial family registry.
Father, rest assured, your daughter understands. This robe and this seal are honors bestowed by His Majesty. I will never disgrace them.
I'm glad you understand. You're dressed so formally today. Are you planning to go out?
Since my involvement, I haven't yet visited the Xian Hall in the west of the city. Today, I want to see those orphans of soldiers who gave their lives for the nation.
Go ahead. Take all the elite guards from the manor. We must not skimp on appearances.
Yes, Father.
This old servant, Qi, on behalf of everyone at Xian Hall, and on behalf of my 7 family members, welcomes Lady Anghe. Thank you, lady, for saving our lives!
Please rise, Auntie Qin. All of you, please rise. Shuyan does not deserve such gratitude.
Is this the backbone of Daniel? Their fathers and brothers bled and died at the border. Yet they are here in the capital, starving in the corners. And someone like Xiao Huai is still wasting a fortune over a woman's tears.
I, Shuyan, have come today not to throw my weight around as a lady of the manor, but rather as one who wishes to see the families of those who served our country with loyalty. You are all descendants of heroes. How could you kneel before me?
My lady is most kind. The wind is strong outside. Please, do come inside to the main hall. There are currently 342 people here, of whom those over 60 number 73 elders, children under 16 number 189. Each month, the grain allotted by the court is barely enough to feed everyone.
Auntie Qin, please rest assured. The 9,300 taels of silver from before, as well as the 10,000 taels I raised from selling my personal dowry, have all been transferred to the Xian Hall accounts. From this day forward, all of Xian Hall's fuel, medicine, and medical expenses, as well as the stationery for all school-age children, will be fully covered by my Enhi manor. And that is not all. I will bring in the finest physicians from the capital to come to Xian Hall twice a month for free consultations. The idle carriages from my manor will arrive each morning to take the children to the academy in the city.
Sister, my lady, my father carved this for me before he passed. I'm giving it to you. Thank you for giving us food.
She has accepted it. Your father was a true hero, and you must grow up to be just as brave as he was. I, Shen Shuyan, hereby swear, as long as I, the Lady of Life, Xian Hall, will never run out of food. Your fathers and brothers gave their lives for our country, so now it falls to me to protect you.
Lady Xiang is truly noble. Lady Xiang is a living bodhisattva reborn.
Lady Xiang is truly noble.
This old servant kowtows in gratitude.
Mama Qin.
Have you heard? Lady Anghe went today in person to Xian Hall. Not only did she donate 20,000 taels, but she also covered all the food and clothing for the elderly, sick.
Really?
20,000 taels. This lady really has guts. I heard the townsfolk now worship her like a living bodhisattva.
No kidding. Then look at the one in our own manor, over some cousin. He lost his position as deputy commander. Now the whole capital is laughing at our general's manor. From now on, we can't even hold our heads up in public.
Since the general is so sincere, then this set of the 12 flower spirits.
Thinking back.
For Liu Yunwei, I gave up happiness that was within my grasp to satisfy her selfish desires. I pushed myself into
An abyss of utter ruin. It turns out that was the world's most foolish obsession.
a complete defeat.
Bruised and battered beyond recognition.
Madam, it is time for your medicine.
What medicine? My condition was brought on by that jinx of a woman. What good will medicine do? What did I do to deserve this? I've lived a life of comfort. And now in my old age, the whole capital is laughing at me. My husband won't even look at me anymore. And Huayer's future is ruined. It is all that woman Liu Yunwei's fault. If Shen Shuyan had married into the family, bringing that grand dowry and the influence of the grand tutor's house, how could I have fallen to this? This is too much.
Gentlemen, please, let me in. I'm here to bring some soup for Brother Huai. He is not well. He can't go without food.
Without the old general's orders, no one is allowed in to visit. Miss, please turn back.
Please, just make an exception. If Brother Huai starves himself sick, can you bear the consequences? He's your young general.
You jinx! You've ruined my Huayer. Isn't that enough for you? worried? If you truly worry about him, then why did you fake drowning on your wedding day? Wait, did you push him to buy that cheap tea set? Humiliating him completely, costing him his official post! Auntie, how can you say that to me? Who was it that said they loved my gentleness and grace? Who said 谁输呀? That spoiled little princess wasn't fit to step foot through the general's gates! You dare talk back to me!
Why wouldn't I? The one at fault is Shen Shuyan. She is a narrow-minded one, vicious in her tricks. Now you're putting all the blame on me.
Don't you think that is going too far? Get out of this house! Now!
Why should I leave? I'm already brother-wise woman. I'm carrying
the Xiao family's child in my belly!
If you throw me out, you're throwing out your own grandchild!
What did you say? You shameless woman! Say that again!
Liu Yidao! How much longer will you keep up this madness? There is nothing between us. We never crossed any line.
Where would you get a child from? What innocence?
Brother Huai, at this point, why are you still playing the righteous man? That night, you were drunk in my room. You truly and clearly
held onto me and wouldn't let go!
You're lying! That night, I clearly just fell asleep at the table! How dare you slander me! Now, when I look at you, I only feel nothing but absurdity and disgust! I am the great general of the nation! How could I ever fancy a woman like you, full of lies?
Disgusting. Now you find me disgusting. Back then, at Shen Shuyan's wedding, when you abandoned her and carried me all over the capital, at that moment, why didn't you find it disgusting then?
Shut your mouth! You woman! You ruined the Xiao family's reputation! I'll beat you to death today! Now the whole capital knows I am now a member of the Xiao family! This child! You have to acknowledge it whether you like it or not!
Is this really the cousin Yunwei who is shit even at the sight stepping on an ant? What kind of monster?
Did I give up Shuyan?
And my future?
Fool!
From this day forward, I, Xiaohuai, sever all ties with you.
No more connection between us!
You want me to get out? Xiaohuai, what right do you have to tell me to get out? You think you're so noble. Everything you've become today is entirely your own doing!
Shut up!
I'll say what I want. It was you who wavered, too greedy, for your own good. You wanted the Shen family's sky-high power and military support. And you wanted me at your side, servile and fawning.
You put all the blame on me. Just to cover up the selfishness and weakness in your...
You're nothing but a coward who doesn't even know what he wants.
Brother Huai, Yunwei is not worthy of you.
So, from the very beginning, I was just a stepping stone for her to climb up. For a woman like that, I ruined Shen, ruined the Xiao family, and ruined myself.
Huaya! How are you doing? Whether or not you have that rat in your belly, the Xiao family will never tolerate a poisonous woman like you who brings shame to our name. Guide, take this lying wench and lock her in the back courtyard in the worst woodshed without my orders. Don't give her a single drop of water. Let her rot in there. How dare you! You can't do this to me! Let me go! You can't do this to me! Let me go!
Miss, please take a rest.
It is fine, Mama Qin. I'm almost done.
Miss, what wonderful news! I just heard people outside saying, over at the General's mansion, all hell's broken loose.
Oh, how so?
That Liu Yunwei actually dared to talk back to Lady Xiao and make General Xiao so he spat blood on the spot in a rage. He ordered her locked up in a woodshed in the back courtyard, sat there cutting off her food and water. Miss, it is true every bully meets there. That Liu Yunwei finally got what she deserved.
Xiao Tao, when dogs fight, just watching is enough to dirty your eyes.
Xiaohuai too. As for Liu Yunwei 也罢.
All the love and grudges between them have nothing to do with me anymore. Mother Qing, come take a look. The original accounts of Cyan Hall are a complete mess. A lot of the money for purchases has unaccounted whereabouts. This is the budget and rules I've redrawn up.
Take a look. Starting from this month, we'll follow these new rules. Rice, oil, salt, cloth, herbs, even hiring craftsmen, and paying for house repairs. Every single expense must have clear records. Xi'an Hall is a sanctuary for the orphans of fallen soldiers. There is no room for any corruption. The accounts must be absolutely open and transparent. If I find out anyone is lining their own pockets, there will be no mercy.
You are so gracious, lady. This old servant, on the poor, helpless children, kneels in gratitude to you. With these rules you've set, our Xi'an Hall finally has real hope for the future.
Father.
Father, you wanted to see me. I heard from the servant that someone from the palace came by earlier.
That is right.
This is an imperial decree.
It is an invitation, personally issued by the Empress herself, asking you to enter the palace in 3 days to attend the chrysanthemum banquet held at Kuning Palace. The Empress has always kept a low profile and rarely hosts grand banquets. This chrysanthemum banquet, though many noble ladies are invited, the fact that she sent you, a newly titled lady, a personal invitation, there is deeper meaning behind it.
This is a royal family making a statement to the entire capital. It is also a direct response to your recent takeover of Xi'an Hall.
The fact that you can see through this, your father is very proud. But you must remember, this trip to the palace is no ordinary banquet. The imperial inner court is the most honored place in all the realm, and also the most dangerous battlefield. You must be cautious in every word and deed.
Daughter understands.
Oh, if it isn't the Lady Anhe, quite the grand spectacle you've got there. Jilted at the altar, and the very next, you receive the Empress. You are already young dynasty, a legend in the making. This kind of fortune, others can beg for it, and still never.
Isn't that right? I heard even her was traded away for a title. That is a deal.
Calculated to the last coin.
The Minister of War and the Shao family both belong to the military faction. Clearly they're here with ill intent. However, using my broken engagement as ammunition is a rather low-handed tactic.
Miss Sun, you flatter me. This meager reputation of mine hardly counts as any grand spectacle.
It is merely His Majesty's benevolence, showing compassion for his subjects.
That grants me this honor.
Every time I think of those in the Hall of Grace, those orphans and widows with their hopeful eyes, and think of those loyal souls who gave their lives for the nation, I can't help but feel the burden on my shoulders weighs 100 times heavier than this noble woman's robe. Miss Sun, you just said this fortune of mine others can't even beg for. Why don't you go yourself to the northern front line and see if the glory bought with soldiers is something you can bear to... You're twisting my words! I was just making a casual remark. Don't you dare use national duty to bully me! Before the weight of national duty, you have no right to speak lightly. If Miss Sun lacks even that basic sense of reverence, then the chrysanthemums of Kuning Palace are hardly worthy of your notice.
Indeed, I've heard about it. She took the money from selling her dowry, not keeping a single cent, and donated it all to the Xi'an Hall.
Such boldness, such magnanimity. What man in the capital can compare? That young man from the Shao family must have had his heart clouded by greed to actually abandon such a fine wife for some cousin of dubious origins.
What is she so proud of? A woman who was rejected on her wedding day, riding on her family's money. It is nothing but a bot reputation. Just watch me tear off that hypocritical mask of hers.
Her Majesty the Empress has arrived!
We, your humble subjects, pay our respects to Her Majesty, the Empress. Long live the Empress! 10,000 years!
So you are the Lady of Anhe.
Your subject, Shen Shuyan, kneels before your Majesty.
Rise. I have long wished to meet this remarkable woman today.
You truly carry yourself with extraordinary grace, upright and dignified.
The Empress herself held her up. Even the senior princess consorts have never received such favor. That Shen girl has risen straight to the heavens.
Good child, come with me. Offer the Lady of Anhe a seat right beside me.
As your Majesty commands.
Why her?
A woman who was rejected gets to surpass me and sit beside the Empress. Shen Shuyang, just wait.
I've heard that since you took over Cyan Hall, you've managed it with remarkable order, and even hired scholars at great expense to teach the children there how to read and write. Is that true?
Reporting to your highness, it is indeed true. I believed that simple charity and handouts can only solve one thing. As the saying goes, give a man and you feed him for a day. Money always runs out eventually. But if we can help them learn a skill or trade, then in the future they can truly stand on their own 2 feet.
I've lived most of my life. And such a brilliantly crafted argument is truly insightful, and the Emperor naming you Lady of the County was truly a mark of his keen eye for
Lady of the County is truly remarkable. This grand wisdom has left Wenner feeling quite humbled. However, Wenner does have a doubt. I'm not sure if I should speak up. The Cyan Hall, all told, has over 300 people. The daily expenses for food, clothing, and supply must surely be no small sum. You've donated large amounts of money and hired expensive tutors and teachers. That silver, gleaming white, flows out like water. I wonder, where does such a vast fortune actually come from? Indeed, the Grand Tutor's rank may be prestigious, but the Grand Tutor himself has always been known for his "where did you get so much silver to squander?" Could it be that there's secret and dubious source? Miss Sam makes a fair point. In the capital, everyone knows that place is a bottomless pit. If the money has questionable or tarnishes the royal family's reputation, what's there? Could it be that you really invest some dirty money? Could it be that we've hit a nerve? If there truly is something you're reluctant to reveal, then you'd best complain now. Her Majesty the Empress has confessed to her crimes. Thank you, Miss Anne, for being so concerned. But the innocent need no defense. Everything I have never feared being questioned. These are the detailed accounts I established for the Hall of Benevolence. Every single detail is recorded, documenting each and every source and use of funds. Included in here are the 9,300 taels of silver auctioned at the appreciation gathering, as well as the full proceeds from the recent sale of several of my idle farmlands and shop properties. All funds are accounted for. Every record is completely open and transparent. Not only that, a copy of these ledgers is posted publicly on the wall outside the Hall of Benevolence at the start of every month. Open to supervision by all the citizens. I'll humbly ask Her Majesty and all the ladies present to personally review and verify. Bring it up here.
Excellent. Truly excellent. Proper in conduct, clear in accounts, open and above board. Anhai, your integrity like this is worthy of the honors bestowed upon you by His Majesty.
As for you, as the daughter of the Minister of War, you show no ambition, yet you spout nonsense here. Baseless, lettering a meritorious subject. Have you no respect for the law? Have you no respect for me? Please calm down, Your Majesty. I only spoke out of concern. I see it clearly now. You're driven by jealousy. Now, step back. Don't make a spectacle of yourself here.
Lady Anhai.
Yes, Your Majesty.
I take the liberty to ask. I heard that some time ago. The source of the trouble at the general's estate, the one that drove that young man Xiaohua completely head over heels, a girl named Liu Yunwei.
The Princess of Rui. Why would she suddenly take an interest in the general? Lowly, cousin. In answer to Your Highness's question.
Liu Yunwei reminds me of a long-buried old matter. That was over a decade ago. Liu Chengzheng, the Salt Commissioner of Zhangyan, a shocking corruption case, the emperor decreed his entire family be executed.
Injustice!
In that great case, of the hundreds of members of the Liu family,
only one survived.
A single young daughter who disappeared in the chaos. I recall that missing girl's name. It also seemed to be Yunwei.
Liu Chengzheng, my father's study seems to have confidential files about this old case. If Liu Yunwei is the daughter of the former Salt Commissioner, then her scheming to get close to Xiaohua, is it really just simple admiration and the seeking favor with the powerful?
You're back. How did things go today at the chrysanthemum banquet in the palace? Facing those wolves and jackals, did everything go smoothly?
Father, today the Princess of Ru suddenly brought up something. I feel this matter is of great importance. It may even involve a crisis that could topple the court. The Princess of Rui said that back then, the Salt Commissioner of Zhangnan had his entire family executed, and his missing daughter was also named Yunwei.
Liu Chengzheng, I remember this case. That was from 15 years ago. It shook the entire court back then. It implicated the entire Jiangnan officialdom, dozens of senior officials. Liu Changzheng was accused of embezzling a full 3 million household. Jiangnan salt tax. The evidence was conclusive. Witnesses and physical evidence were all. But he himself, while being escorted to the capital, died mysteriously. The moment he died, that 3 million tiles of massive embezzled funds vanished without a trace from then on. It became a complete, unsolvable case with no witnesses left. This is a copy of the case file that the censor who oversaw the case risked to secretly keep. Not long after that, censor left this copy behind. He accidentally drowned. The official file said Liu Changzheng was guilty of heinous crimes and took his own life out of fear of punishment. But in this blood-stained copy, it was clearly recorded that Liu Changzheng in prison cried out his innocence in anguish many times. He claimed he was framed.
The real mastermind of corruption, the one pulling the strings behind the scenes, was someone else.
Unfortunately, before he could see that person's name, he was silenced for good!
Father, you mean that is impossible? If that frail and helpless Liu Yunwei really is the daughter of Liu Changzheng, the former Jiangnan Salt Commissioner,
then his calculated approach towards even going so far as to humble herself and lie low in the general's mansion could never have been for some romantic affair.
She must have someone behind her. Or rather, everything she did was to clear her father's name, to find the real culprit who framed the entire Liu family. Back then,
I understand. The Xiao family commands a powerful army. Xiao is even more, the top military commander in the capital. If he manages to rise to power, that means gain control of a military force capable of shaking the entire court. This force can be used both to take revenge on old enemies and also to do other things, like plunging the court into chaos.
Exactly. The nature of this matter has completely changed.
Shu Yan. This is very likely a shocking political conspiracy involving court factional strife, old cold cases, and vast wealth.
And that self-proclaimed
Devoted Xiao Huai is nothing more than a pawn in this grand scheme, a used and utterly foolish piece on the board.
Father, this matter must be investigated immediately.
Blade!
What do you plan to do?
Liu Yunwei is currently being held in the woodshed of the general's mansion by Lady Xiao. This is a golden opportunity. I'll find a way to get some clues out of her mouth.
Originally, I only wanted Xiaohuai and Liu Yunwei to pay the price, to ruin their reputation. But now, I suddenly have a much grander goal. If I can uncover this old case and expose the real corrupt and the mastermind behind it all, that won't just be avenging myself. It will be a monumental achievement for my Shen family and for the people of Deyong.
Shu Yan, 应援了. I knew it. You still care about me. You finally came to see me.
General Xiao, please show some restraint. I didn't come here today to reminisce with you.
I really know. I was wrong.
I was blind! That poisonous woman, Liu Yunwei, she blinded me! She is greedy and vain, with a heart as vicious as I finally seen through her true face!
Shu Yan, please forgive me.
Just this once! Let's start over!
Too late affection is worth less than weeds. After everything, he actually still thinks a few cheap apologies can erase all the humiliation. Xiaohua, put away that pathetic act of yours. A broken mirror can't be made whole again. Spilled water can't be gathered back. Everything has long been beyond a fresh start.
No.
Shuya, you once wanted to marry me in grand style, didn't you?
Yes. I once thought marrying you would be my lifelong haven. But now I realize marriage isn't a woman's only path. I, Shen Shuya, have a much wider world ahead. Have more important missions to fulfill. Romantic entanglements, in my eyes, are worth nothing. Enough. Cut the chatter. I came today to see Liu Yunwei.
Her? Why would you want to see? That poisonous woman, she's already been locked in a woodshed, but let her rot on her own.
Xiaohuai, you keep claiming you've seen her true colors. Then do you know who she really is? 3 days I've been here. Locked up for 3 days, without a drop of water. Why? When I'd already captured Xiaohuai's heart, when I was just one step away, that would make me the mistress of the general's mansion. I won't accept this!
Brother Hui, you finally came! I knew ya! I'm the bandit wayer! Take me away now! Let's leave this godforsaken place!
Take you where? To keep deceiving another fool like me.
Brother Hui,
What are you talking about? Where doesn't understand? It is you, Shen Shuyan. You're insane! It is you, you wretch! Did you say something bad about the...
15 years ago, the Jiangnian Salt Commission, Liu Chengzheng. Who's it you?
Hi! What are you talking about? What salt commissioner? I have no idea what you mean. Did Shen Shuyan, that woman, tell you this? She's lying to you. Brother, why? She is jealous that I have your love. She wants to destroy us. Don't believe a what? She said.
I don't know him. Even now, you're still putting on an act!
Look, Elfie, you're breaking my wrist!
I truly admire you. Admire how you've spent these years playing your part flawlessly. I was your most obedient dog in your quest for revenge, wasn't I?
No, that is not it. Brother, why? You're hurting me.
You got close to me, catered to me, obeyed my every whim, all just to use my power and to clear your dead father's name! Isn't that right?
Fine. You're right about everything! Since you figured it out, then I don't have to keep putting on that disgusting frail act anymore! That is right! I am the daughter of the Jiangnian Soul Transport Commissioner! Liu Chengzheng! My real father! My father was never a corrupt official! He was framed by those treacherous men in the court! Our entire Liu family, over 100 people, wiped out in a single night. Not even a bone left. I was only 7 years old then. I hid in the rice jar among the dead and barely escaped with my life. I swore a blood oath. I will clear my father's name and make those who kill my entire family pay with their blood. A weak woman like with no power. What can I do? You, Xiaohua, are the guardian general, the emperor's right-hand man, commanding a mighty army. If not you, then who am I supposed to turn to? You think I wanted to smile at you every day? You think I wanted to wait on that picky and harsh mother of yours? Every time I see any of you shells, I feel nothing but disgust. It makes me sick. I never loved you. I only saw you as a stepping stone to climb higher, to find my enemies.
I see. So this is what I fought tooth and nail, even broke off my engagement to protect my one true love from head to toe.
It was all a meticulously crafted lie. I've become nothing but a complete laughingstock.
Done crying yet. Since you said your father was wrong, then let me ask you now. That fortune back then, which led to your Liu family being executed, the full 3 million taels of vanished salt tax. Where is that dirty money now?
You want to know where that money went? Fine.
Just get me out of here. Help me find the enemies from back then. Clear my father's name. And I'll tell you, a fortune that could rival a kingdom. With it, you Xiaohua wouldn't have to swallow the emperor's petty humiliations. You could rebuild your army from scratch.
Fortune. You want me to take the gold I earned with my life and to trade it for blood-soaked, dirty money? I, Xiaohua, have been building a record of military with a clear conscience.
I thought
I was protecting a pure and blameless.
soul in distress.
But because of you, I've fallen to this state. No home to speak of. My reputation destroyed. The laughingstock of the entire realm.
What good as well?
To me now.
You can't leave. You said you'd protect me for life.
From this day forward, Aisha, I'm done with you. Our bond is severed forever. We will never see each other again.
Xiaohua, you did not what? Come back. Mr. Liu, I was wrong. I confess my sins to you. I'm sorry. I ruined your wedding. I was shameless. Please help me. You're the only one who can help me now.
Make me the laughing stock of the whole city. But if it weren't for her, I wouldn't have recognized this man Xiaohua, and would never have known the importance of living for oneself. At the end of the day, he is a pitiful soul too.
Father, I got it. This is Liu Yunwei's personally signed confession and the private seal proving her identity.
Good. With this private seal, her identity as Liu Zhengzheng's daughter leaves no room for denial.
Reporting to the Grand Tutor. Secret report. From Jiangyang. I was ordered to infiltrate Jiang and found that after Liu Chengzheng's case broke out, the official in Jiangyan went through a massive purge. And in this purge, the one who gained the most and rose the fastest was the then prefect of Jiangning, now the Minister of War, Lord Sun. What a Minister of War! Back then, he was nothing but a lowly 7th rank priest, and now he stands at the pinnacle of power in the court, contending with me as an equal. I always suspected this man had shady origin and a shaky foundation, but I never imagined his foundation was built upon 3 million tiles of the people's heart and over 100 lives.
Father, I understand now. He was nothing but a pawn.
Exactly. He had Liu Yunwei get close to Xiaohuan, not to help her overturn the case, but to disrupt the marriage alliance between our generals and the Grand Tutor's mansion.
Once the alliance breaks, civil and military officials will grow apart. So he can, in the court, stir up factional strife and reap the benefits himself. The fisherman's game.
But he had calculated everything. Yet the one thing he failed to account for was the human heart.
He never imagined that the pawn he had so carefully cultivated, when pushed to the brink, would spill every secret without holding back.
Father, what should we do next? It is time to close the net. Father, we now have Liu Yunwei's confession, her personal seal, and the Jiangnan spies' investigation results. With all this hard evidence combined, it is more than enough to prove everything to His Majesty and send the Minister of War to his grave.
Why, my child? That is not.
Isn't this enough to convict of his crimes?
Minister Sun has spent building his influence at court with countless allies and deep-rooted connections. With just this evidence, he can easily deny everything in the imperial court. He could just as easily turn it around and claim this is the Grand Tutor's estate, forging evidence to maliciously fabricated proof. In the end, it would just be a war of words, each side sticking to their soul.
Then how do we strike him with a fatal blow?
To make sure he never rises again, we still need to find that piece of irrefutable evidence that no one can deny, the whereabouts of the missing 3 million taels of subtitles.
Liu Yunwei told Xiaohua that she knew where the money was, but in truth, that was just a desperate lie. She told when she had no way out. She had no idea where the money was.
3 million taels of silver, piled up like a mountain. There is no way he could store such a massive sum in the official treasury, and he wouldn't dare hide it in his own residence. That would be too easy to expose.
Not in the government vault, not in his private home. He will definitely hide it in a place no one would ever think of. Or, to throw people off the scent, he'll convert it into another form.
Turn it into land. Shops, antiques, jewelry.
Father, do you remember the Appreciation Society? The Minister of War's wife was there too.
This painting from the previous dynasty, the 100 birds paying homage to the phoenix. I'll take it.
She spent lavishly and paid a fortune to buy an ancient painting from the previous dynasty.
Investigate it immediately. All the shadow guards to look into the Ministry of Rights and the Minister of War's estate for all major purchase records.
He wouldn't dare deposit the silver directly into a bank.
So he must have laundered the dirty,
As long as we can find
the secret transaction between him and those black market merchants. That is the irrefutable proof of his corruption and embezzlement of salt tax.
Found it. These are all the secret transaction records from the Minister of Wars over the past few years. We have the evidence. Return to the mansion at once to report.
Speak now if you have matters, or dismiss the court.
Your servant, Grand Tutor Shen Yi, has a memorial to present.
What urgent matter does Minister Shen wish to report? I wish to impeach Minister Sun of the Ministry of War. Impeach him for deceiving the throne, corruption, and bribery, forming factions for person crimes deserving of death.
Why would he suddenly strike like this? Could he have found something? My plan was flawless.
Shen Jing, you're spewing baseless accusations! Your Majesty, please seek. I am utterly loyal to Great Qiao. Heaven and earth bear witness!
My conflict with you
is merely a difference in yet you resort to such despicable schemes to frame it. What is your intention? You clearly want to eliminate those who disagree and seize all power for framing. Lord Sun, do you dare explain yourself before His Majesty? You, an official, draws a salary from the Imperial Court. Where did your vast fortune actually come from? That was my wife's family's well-managed business and the estate. Then explain this. Your records of antique transactions, the capital's black market, totaling 3 million. What about that?
Your Majesty, those 3 million tiles are exactly the fortune that vanished 15 years ago in the Jiangnan salt tax embezzlement case.
What? The salt tax case? From back then, he was the one behind it. What a loyal and devoted subject! What a heaven and earth bear witness! Guards, strip this traitor of his official hat and robes! Your Majesty, I am innocent!
Everyone connected
to this case shall be arrested at once and investigated to the fullest.
I want to see
just how many more such rats and worms are hiding in my court. Your Majesty, please see clearly. This is all a setup. That old scoundrel Shen Jing is deliberately framing me. A case from 15 years ago. How can a few pages of dubious account books condemn me to death? Still, try to talk your way out when death is at your... You traitor to this nation! These pages even have your properties purchased in Zhangnan, dozens of private estates. Every ounce of embezzled salt taxes recorded in black. What more do you have to say? Throw this traitor into the imperial dungeon. Hand him over to the 3 judicial boards. Strip him of his title, confiscate all family property. Within 9 generations of No! Mercy shall be shown as decreed! Your Majesty, have mercy! Your Majesty is wise. With this execution, the Jiangnan salt tax embezzlement case has finally been beaten. The people of the realm will surely be grateful for Your Majesty's boundless grace.
Grand Tutor, for what comes next, you will handle the 3 judicial boards review. Anyone implicated,
Follow every lead.
show no leniency whatsoever.
We will root out every last corrupt worm in this court.
It is you.
The Minister of War has been thrown into the imperial dungeon. The 3 judicial boards review. Stripped of title and exile. Family property confiscated. Your father's case has been overturned.
My father, he has been cleared of all charges.
His Majesty has issued the decree to fully exonerate Liu Chengzhe. Their family is confiscated. Assets have been returned in full. Your family's century-old reputation has been restored by the court.
15 years, 15 long years. My father, my mother, over 100 members of my Liu family can finally rest in peace.
Shen Shuyan, I schemed and plotted,
Infiltrating the general's estate all these years. Swallowing my pride, bowing and scraping. I turned myself into a groveling, tail-wagging dog.
but in the end,
The one who avenged me was the woman I married on a whim.
I'm not helping you. I'm restoring what is just. Lord Liu is not a corrupt official. Then he should be cleared of all charges.
You really are something else.
Shen Shuyan, you know what? I used to hate you. From the very first time you stepped foot into the general's mansion, from the way Shaohuai's eyes lit up whenever he mentioned you, that is when I started hating you.
You were born into privilege. Your father is the grand tutor of the court. You have wealth beyond measure, a dowry that stretched 10 miles. You didn't have to do anything, and you already had everything I ever wanted. But me, I had nothing. All I could do was scheme, act, grovel, and pander those disgusting people to climb my way up step by step. But in the end, I schemed and plotted with everything I had, yet I still couldn't match
your simple honesty. Liu Yunwei, your father's case has been fully vindicated. The court has returned the Liu family's assets and reputation. You can choose to live as the daughter of Liu Chengde and hold your head high with dignity.
Shen Shuyan, my hands are stained with blood. I brought harm to the general's mansion. The things I've done can't just be erased as if they never happened.
I'm not leaving. This place suits me fine. A quiet lamp and old Buddha, free from the world's strife. My father, my mother, my entire, all those 100+ souls who wandered for 15 years can finally rest in peace. For the rest of my life, I only want to pray every day and chant sutras every night to guide their spirits and pray that they may soon reach the Western paradise. Since this is your own choice, I respect it.
Shen Shuyan, I'm sorry.
Take care of yourself, for the Liu family, but more importantly, for yourself.
Ah, hi. Rise and speak.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
This thorough investigation of the Jiangnan salt tax case you and the grand tutor have rendered unprecedented. Tell me, what reward do you desire? Gold, silver, and silks and satins. Even if I were to break precedent and arrange for you a marriage into the royal family, I would grant it.
Your Majesty, your subjects are sharing Your Majesty's burdens and ridding the people of harm is simply my duty. I dare not covet gold, silver, or marriage. Your subject's daughter has only one
request. Oh? Do tell.
Your subject begs Your Majesty to officially bring the second hall under the court's establishment and establish the Mercy Fund.
The Mercy Fund is something your subject's daughter.
Hopes can receive dedicated funds from the National Treasury each year and be managed entirely by your subject, and ensuring that this money truly and genuinely reaches the orphans.
Your subjects wants all the soldiers who bled and sacrificed for Daeyang to know that their families are provided for by the state and protected by the court, so that on the battlefield, they have no worries left behind.
Shen Shuyan, your vision and breadth of mind surpass how many men in the court who scramble for fame and fortune. I approve.
Kneel and thank His Majesty.
Chief Eunuch, draft a decree.
This old servant is here.
The Grand Tutor's daughter, Shen Shuyan, wise and courageous, with a heart for righteousness. From this day forward, you are elevated to the title of Lady Ang, with a fee of 2,000 houses.
This iron hall shall be your domain, your foundation.
Your subject, Shen Shuyan, accepts the decree with gratitude.
舒言, I was wrong. For a false lie. I personally destroyed the bond we shared in life.
First, I thank the Shen family for their past kindness. Second, I bow to Lady Anhe. May the lady enjoy peace and safety for years to come.
Third, I bow to Xiaohuai. You reap what you sow. Death is too good for you.
Isn't that the former general of the guard? Over some beauty, he ruined his entire family. Now he comes here, playing the devoted lover. I heard he submitted a petition of atonement, voluntarily surrendering all his titles to guard the imperial tombs for the late emperor. Never to return to the capital.
You ungrateful wretch.
Let's go. Come back to the matter with me.
Hand over the tiger tally. Your son has been unfilial and brought shame upon the Xiao family's century-old reputation.
Look at my pinwheel! Slow down! Wait for me!
My lady, look at these days. How wonderful they are. If it weren't for you, these children would never have come to enjoy such a good life.
Yes, Mama Qing, life is truly wonderful now. That abandoned wedding was once the greatest humiliation of my life. But looking back, he became the stepping stone that freed me from the shackles of my past. Xiaohuai, Liu Yunwei, they are all nothing but passing clouds now.
And I, Shen Shuyan.
My life. The tooth has just started coming in.